Hello my crafty crew and welcome back. If you're new, hi, I am Di, this is Creative Comedy Design. Today I'm going to be sharing week 45 of Project Life 2025. It's kind of crazy to me that we're on the home stretch here, but here we are, 8 weeks left of the year. So if you are new, I'm using trading card pages. That's what I use here. I've got 9 little pockets on each page, and I just put in my photos, my title card, which I put the dates on, and then any journaling and filler cards. As you can see, this week I am I'm going to say light on photos. It's not that nothing happened, it's just that I was busy living life. Living life and living it large. So I only had, I think it was like 6 photos, and then I was like, okay, I need to find some more. So I need to find some evidence of the stuff that happened this week, and we had the one little word Zoom, so I went and grabbed a little screenshot of that that you can see Azari there on that little top right hand small photo, and then I went and grabbed the movie that we watched, which was the Fantastic Four. I grabbed the movie poster for that, and I'm going to say the poster, I don't know what to call it, of the TV show. I document my TV shows in here, books, movies, and stuff like that, after we finish reading them, after we finish watching them. And we watched the final episode of season 5 of Slow Horses. So I've got that as well. So that kind of took me up to 8? No, 9? That took me up to 9. I think that's right. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Took me up to 9. I kind of like 9. I don't know. Like having half photos and half like filler cards just makes sense to me. But yeah, so I've got 9. I'm going to say things, photos, images, whatever. Images. Let's call them images. So you can see I've just kind of fiddled about here, trying to find things where I want them. And again, using the physical kit and the digitals together, you can see that I went out and I printed some of the physical stuff in the digital format, just so that they would fit a lot better in my little pockets. Next year, I will be changing to purely digital again. I did purely digital that I printed out in 2024. This year, 2025, I've done both. Next year, I'll be switching back to only the digital. As much as I love the physical, I just really like being able to play more with the digitals, change the colors, make everything match. It just makes more sense to my brain. So I will be changing that next year and just going purely digital printables, let's call them printables, because you can see here there's a vellum card that I wanted to use, and again, this is just me making it work for trading card pages. So there's a vellum card that I wanted to use, but I couldn't cut it down because the quote kind of took up the whole width. So what I ended up doing was going like back to my computer, I took the digital and I just resized it and just printed it out onto white matte photo paper. So yeah, again, that's just how my brain works. So you can see the digital here, and I just print out, like, to make the more space, on the paper, the photo paper, I just print out extra things, whether it be a journal card. I printed out a few more little labels because I knew I wanted to use the little labels. But yeah, I just print out extra things. And if I don't use them today, then I'll use them later down the line with other stuff. And case in point, there's a little, you can see it on the top there. I printed out these little, I'm going to say little labels, these blue labels. The one that was in the kit was basically almost the size of a 3x4. And that doesn't work for the size that I use. And so you can see here the difference. I just shrunk it down digitally and then just cut it out. Again, that's just stuff that I do. It just makes sense to me to do that. So you can see me here. I've finally got all the cards figured out where I want them. And again, I'm just like, okay, these little red labels, they're going to go on a few of the photos. And I'm just trying to figure out what I want on this. It's like the rings of a tree, like tree rings kind of paper. It's actually gold foil in the kit. And I just printed it out and it's just brown. It works. It matches everything great. So it works, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I'm just trying to figure out what I want on there. I want something on there, and it takes me like forever to figure it out. And then sometimes I have to like leave it, come back. So in this point, we went for lunch, and then I came back, and I'm like, you know, let's just start, ignore that for a bit. Let's just start putting things down on the journaling and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to start doing, and then I do come back to that later. So photo-wise this week, as I said, I'm just going to work on the little photo there of Azari from the One Little Word Zoom. I actually attended that live this month, which was great. The problem was I couldn't stay for the whole thing because it kind of coincided, if that is the word, with, like, it overlapped with another appointment that I had. So I'm just going to you know, fill in some of the journaling cards while I talk about the stuff that happened this week. So on the left-hand side, there's a photo of Stella. She is at the park. We're actually standing on the softball, the clay, the sandy area of the softball pitch field thing. I don't know anything about softball. And she decided that she was just going to roll around in it. And she's filthy, absolutely filthy. They both really they're overdue for some baths right now. They really do need a bath, and that girl especially needs a bath. And on the label there, I just put basically, like, she is the muckiest dog that we've ever had. Like, of the 5 that we've had, she has just been the filthiest little filth monster. So the other photo there on that left-hand side, I've got a photo of my December daily order that arrived. I do have an unboxing of that. I can't wait to dive in. I'm so excited. I am just ready to put my tree up and get going. That's all I got to say about that. There's a photo of me, as a little selfie of me in my car. I did something very different this week. I decided that I was going to blow dry my hair. I don't blow dry my hair, just in case you don't know. I'm very low maintenance. I don't blow dry my hair. And I was like, you know, let's just do my hair. Let's just do my hair. And I had a good hair day. And I went out, I did a few errands, and I was like, yep, I need something to document this. So I just took a selfie in the car. Again, I put the photo of slow horses on that bottom left-hand side. Then on the right, I've got a photo of Cosmo. You can't really see it there, but he's got his paw up. He's pointing at a squirrel that he saw. So yeah, he's very prey-driven. So there's that. Already mentioned the photo of Azari. There's I'm going to say a selfie because it is, of my new shoes. As I mentioned, Bob fell over and has collapsed lung, and he's getting better. He actually just started walking Stella again, but I needed new shoes. My feet were killing me. So yeah, I got some new shoes. And then other than that, there's the Fantastic Four photo, and then there is a photo of my diamond painting, which is 75% done. I am loving it. Now that the colors are popping, yeah, it's really making me happy. So the colors have popped, and I'm just, yeah, I'm almost like, right now as I'm sitting looking at this, I probably have 3 sections left. There's probably like 3 hours left to do on it. And I'm just like, what will I do with myself after I get that time back? And I don't know, I need to get another one, clearly. So if you have any recommendations for diamond painting kits and stuff like that, then let me know. So that is all of that done, and you can see here I finally decide that I'm going to put this November 2025, and I'm going to like cut the vellum off of the foil, and I'm going to cut it into 2. The November is going to go on the title card, and the 2025 is going to stack vertically on that bottom right tree ring paper. I don't even know what to call that. And it's funny because I never really thought about doing this. I'd done it a couple of times this year, but I never really thought about doing this until I watched Linda from Linda Loves Creating, and she did it. And then I'm like, okay, well now I need another, I'm going to say Goldie bit, for lack of a better word, Goldie bit. And you can see me, I'm going to look for some other stuff, but I have this thank you kind of vellum foil stuff, and I just cut a little bit out of that in the end. But yeah, I'm just like, yeah, let's just do that. And then of course, when I'm looking for one thing, I find something else, and I'm again drawn to these word strips. So I put a couple of the little word strips on the journaling cards, and then I put it on that bottom left one as well. Yeah, I don't know. I got a little bit sidetracked, is all I got to say about that. So I do eventually start cutting out the thank you vellum, and I put that on the selfie of me. And I'm just going to attach that with some adhesive and my tiny attacher, just to make sure that it stays put, because sometimes vellum is not the easiest of things to get to stay put. So tiny attacher stapler works wonders. The other thing that I've done different this week is I put the date stamps on, I think, 3 of the cards. So I put it on the title card, which I pretty much always do now, and I put it on the one little word Zoom call. I put the date on that one, and then the card that says all I could do today. I had a really bad day on Friday, and so I just put the date on that and then journaled a little bit about that on the Friday. And then on my title card, what I've been doing, I've done a few things over the past couple of years. Last year, I mostly used the Ali Edwards printable. And then this year, I was doing like either big numbers or something. I do kind of like putting the week number. And I don't know if that's something that will continue, but I really like putting the dates in. The dates definitely do something on that title card. And then I've just been putting in the week number because I've put it in earlier in the year, so I need to continue for the rest of the year. And then I'm going to take that thank you vellum. I'm just going to cut out the one row of it, and then I'm just going to adhere it to the bottom of that photo. And it's mostly just a thank you to myself for taking care of myself. I needed some self-care. I needed some time out of the house, and I took it. So thank you to me. So I'm going to come back, and I've got these little 2x2 page protectors. I bought the coin page protectors. You'll have seen those in different layouts and stuff that I've done. And all I do is I put a little review on the back of the little movie posters, and this is on photo sticker paper. I've got a little review on the back of there, and I just adhere those back to back, and then I slip them in the little 2x2 pockets, and then just add them to the top of the page protector so that I can easily take them out just to see what I thought later on. Because last year when I did this, I just put the photo in, and I didn't put any kind of review information in there. I just didn't not knowing, it just gave no context to the movie or anything. It's just okay, yeah, we watched this movie. Well, that's great, but what did I think of said movie or the book or the TV series, whatever it was? So yeah, I'm just going to, that's something I started doing a few months ago, and I've really, really, really enjoyed it. Just even the flipping back over the last, 6 months, and just seeing whether it's a flip up or a pull out, whatever it is, it just gives me an idea of what I thought of the actual movie or TV show or the book. So yeah, and I've been giving it a score out of 5. So that was those two. I'm going to quickly tidy up because my desk was an absolute mess. And then I'm going to pop everything back into the album and then give you a quick overview, and then that's it. It's done. I absolutely love how this one turned out. All right, that is me done. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you next time. Bye.